Hello and welcome back to the channel. Now, if you remember last week, I left you at the foothills of Dove Crag in the Lake District. I'm not there at this minute. Let me just explain. I'm on a moorland in the Yorkshire Dales. I'm just finished filming this week's or next week's vlog. Yeah. Now, before we get into this week's vlog, where I head up to Dove Crag, just to explain that I've just set off to the Yorkshire Dales, no plan in mind, it's just to see what I can find. Now that's becoming quite a saying for me lately, but that's just me, and it's just about enjoying the photography. I'm not a planner, I probably never will be, but I tell you what, the conditions turn out very nice indeed, and I think I've got some nice shots. Right, okay, let's get back into this week's vlog. That there, you might not be able to see that, but basically there's a little cave in there and it's called Priest's Hole. Priest's Hole? Basically, as I say, it's a little cave and there's a priest lives in there permanently, and you just go there to confess your sins. I'm not going to go. Could be here all day. That's a joke. Right, weather report. There is no low-lying cloud. There's no mood going on, which I like, hovering over the top of the fells. There's a bit of darkness there in the clouds. We'll see what happens, but beautiful place. You can see, obviously the higher we get, the less trees you'll find. There's some scattered around. Basically what you've got to play with now is the shapes of the crags. But for me, without the low-lying cloud, the mood or the light hitting them doesn't really work for me. But let's just see what happens at the top. So I actually stopped and taken a dinner break and a bit of coffee. I was on the col between Dove Crag and Hart Crag, which forms part of the Fairfield Horseshoe. I decided not to head up to Hart Crag, but instead had a quick look around what the weather had in store, and looking west towards Fairfield, Great Gable, Crinkle, Crags, Landale Pikes. That's where all the mood was coming from, the best of the light. So now we'll get onto Dove Crag. From there I'll run through what I found and what opportunities I took. Oh, sorry, tap the cane, force of habit. So a couple of options. First one is using this tuft of grass here, nice circular shape, just not the tripod, and that's looking west towards Great Gable. That's where the most of the light is, to be honest. So I'm going to shoot that portrait. Now I'm going to handheld, no point use a tripod. I'm getting fairly good shutter speeds anyway, about 1/40th of a second, which is fine. Plus there's no point setting up on the tripod because no point waiting. There's not much happening at all. There's something behind me. And this is the second composition. Let me show you this one. I remember this first time I visited. Look at these here. Lovely shapes there. So there, I might use this one maybe, that one. But then the background, bit of a prominent pinnacle there. or conical shape. I believe that's Bell or Froswick. Well, one of the two. But yeah, see that leading in. So I'm going to play around with that. Probably portrait, but yes, going to rely a bit on post-processing here. That's a bit of dodging and burning. So another option here, look at the lovely diagonals there, lovely strats and the rock formations. Background, yeah, could be better, but we've got a nice bit of mood going on there, a bit of cloud formation. Now what I've got to take into account is obviously focus. Where do I focus? I want to obviously get as much of the image as sharp as possible. That's why I want to avoid getting too near, too close to the foreground, because that will just throw the background out of focus. So I'm stepping back a little bit and trying to shoot as wide as possible, a wider focal length as possible. I'm going to focus about a third way in, so I'll still focus on the foreground, and hopefully that will still allow the background to be in acceptable sharpness. Okay, we're cooking on gas now. I've decided to head in that direction, so point the camera in that direction, because there's some nice mood in the clouds. Can I work with that in post-process? So here we go, some nice rock formations again, similar to the previous one. Diagonals. What I like about this is it's broken up by the tufts of grass. You've got nice straight diagonals, then you've got which is quite hard shape, and it's softened by the round clumps of grass. Makes for quite an interesting composition. So again, working with this. So I know I said I don't need the tripod because there's not much change going on at all. Well, there is a bit of change. Still looking west, and the light is forming some nice details in the cloud. So I'm gonna set up a composition. I'm just gonna fine tune it. And basically what it is, similar to what I've been shooting last few shots, using the strata, going in, the diagonal, then there's some further on the background, and it's broken up slightly with some tufts of grass, and you've got the mountain range in the background, Great Gable, Crinkle, Crags, Scarf Fells, that area. Got some nice clouds, moody sky forming. So I'll set up, wait for the best time and opportunity. F14, what am I about? It's about 3-4 meters away. The background 50 mil. Play around with that, might extend that. See, I can crop, of course, in post-processing, but I'm constantly checking how sharp the background is, the mountain range as well, because I don't want that too soft. And now we've got light in that direction. I should have known. This is the Lake District. Very changing. Right, so I'm going to try and find some sort of foreground to point my camera at to get that nice moody sky with a bit of light in the fells. Again, lots of these options here to play with. Just ensure my bag's not in the way here. So the light is finally coming out. The sun is shining and it's casting some nice little splashes of light on the fell side. Out she comes. Sally photo, 70 to 200. I'm going to fire away, see what I can find. I've had a good hour here. So, it's been a good little session this. A lot of variety. Started off early this morning, calm, tranquil lakeside, reed shots from Brothers Water up to the mountainside. That's what it's all about for me. Right, okay. Till next time, take good care of yourself, keep smiling. Bye bye for now.